Hey everyone, so today we are going to be performing the Texas Manicurist State Board Practical Examination. The purpose of the video is to simply help students in preparation for this exam. It is not meant to replace any training from a licensed establishment. All right, so there are a few things that I would like to go over before we get started. First and foremost, you want to make sure that the day of the exam, you arrive on time, okay? You want to make sure you arrive at least 30 minutes before your scheduled time and that you have all the appropriate identification needed the day of the test. So make sure that your license or ID are not expired, or else you will not be allowed to take the test. Make sure that you are dressed accordingly. I would suggest maybe dressing in all black and making sure that if you do have a lab jacket that you wear it that day of the test. Also, closed-toe shoes. It is a must. They will not let you take the test if you are wearing open-toe shoes. So make sure you are wearing something comfortable and that they are closed-toe. Your kit, make sure that you have all the items that you need the day of the test, and that of course includes your kit. As you can see on the video at the moment, that is what our manicurist kit looks like, and it is labeled outside of the box pre-sanitized or clean implements on the outside. So make sure you have yours labeled as well. Please know that a lot of other students' kits will look slightly different, and that is okay. And again, just focus on what you are doing, do as you've been trained, and everything will be fine. Remember that once you go inside of the testing facility, you will not be allowed to leave. So make sure that once you go in there, you have all the items that you need. Do not take your cell phone inside of the building. Trainer hands for nail procedures are not allowed, okay? A proctor will monitor the time during the examination. Candidates will not receive points for any activities not completed within the allotted time. During the practical examination, you must follow all appropriate rules. Please make sure that it is odorless monomer and low odor primer that you are taking with you the day of the exam. They will be checking for that, and you do not want to go in there with the wrong product. You are obviously not allowed to observe others working, okay? If they see you looking around, they will consider that as cheating, and that is not something that you want to happen. So just focus on your station, on what you are doing, and not on anyone else. Candidates must raise their hand at the end of each section, indicating completion. So once you are done and once your station has been disinfected, make sure that you always raise your hand to show that you are finished. Okay, so do not take anything in there besides your ID or driver's license, your car keys, and of course your kit. That is all that you will need. Again, make sure that all your items are labeled. Now, things like your application brush, your cotton, your dap and dish, your finger bowl, your nail forms, your nail tips, your orange wood sticks, those type of implements, you guys, do not, I repeat, they do not need to be labeled. As you are watching this video, I hope that you are following along with your PSI candidate information bulletin so that you are able to better understand what you are watching, and hopefully it helps you out. For the purpose of today's video, I will be reading the steps along, but just know that the day of the test, they will not read you any steps. The person that is rating you will not read any steps. They expect you to know exactly what to do the minute they say you may begin. You are also not allowed to ask them any kind of questions, so just be prepared and ready. I know it's easier said than done, but try to relax and be calm, okay? If you made it this far, you know what to do, so don't doubt yourself, okay? Just think positive and you will do great. The first section is pre-examination setup and disinfection. You have 10 minutes to unpack your general supplies and prepare your work area. You'll be informed when you have 5 minutes remaining. All right, you guys, so during this part of the test is when you will be starting the first part, the disinfection part. So they give you 10 minutes to go inside of your kit, pull your first bag, which is your pre-exam setup and disinfection bag, and simply set up. When they say you may begin, that is when you actually start, okay? Remember, you want to listen for specific instructions. All right, here we go. You may begin. All right, so we are starting. We are going into your kit. Going in, we're pulling our first bag. Go ahead and then place your kit next to you. I want you to keep in mind that you might be working in a small space. So it may be a smaller table, okay? It may not be a fancy manicure table like the one you're seeing here in the video. So your space may be a lot smaller. So just work with it, all right? So we're starting off. We are grabbing our trash bag and our tape. Make sure that you take a good packaging tape. That way your bag is nicely secured, okay? Again, you can dispose of your tape into your trash bag. You're gonna reach into your bag and get paper towels and start disinfecting your chair. And then of course you will then disinfect your table, okay? Again, take your time. It's 10 minutes that they give you for this part. So you want to make sure that you get it right. Okay, so remember that the items that are inside of your pre-exam setup and disinfection bag will be your paper towels, your EPA, your hand sanitizer, the bag with your paper towels again, and your mannequin hand and the mannequin hand stand, okay? So continue getting everything out. Then your large bag can go into your trash bag. And we are now going to start to clamp the mannequin stand on our station. All right, so make sure that your stand is nice and secure. Again, everyone's kit is a little different. So we are working with a mannequin hand that looks just like this and the stand. If you do not have a stand like the one that you are seeing at the moment, and you perhaps only have the hand, just know that you can use the hand by itself without it being on the stand. So once you have everything nice and set up, you will sanitize your hands. You're gonna sanitize your hands and then you will raise your hand that you are done. Thank you. Candidates, please stop working. All scoring has been completed for this section. All right, so once again, let's recap. So we disinfected our station. We have our EPA, our hand sanitizer, and our paper towels. We have our trash bag out. We have our mannequin hand nicely prepped and ready. At the moment, our kit is sitting on the floor, okay? It'll be next to you. Again, be aware that you may be working in a smaller space. So this is it. We are now moving on to the second part of the test, which is the manicure service. The next section is manicure service. Please perform a manicure. You have 15 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 8 minutes remaining. You may begin. All right, so you know you have to disinfect, sanitize your hands each time before you go into your kit. Okay, so we are going into our kit and we are reaching for our manicure service bag. There it is right there. And we are going to start by setting up our station, getting everything out of our bag that we need. There are 3 towels inside of this bag, you guys. Okay, we're pulling out all of our bottles. So we have our antibacterial soap, our alcohol, our massage lotion, our cuticle remover, and of course our cotton and our implement box. And then our paper towels. Your manicure bag can then go into your trash bag. Always sanitize your hands. And we are going to now officially begin, okay? We're gonna start off by sanitizing our hands, which we've done, and we are then going to sanitize our mannequin's hand. Again, I hope you are following along with your PSI packet. Okay, so we've already sanitized our mannequin's hand using hand sanitizer. The second step will be to file from outside edges to center, avoiding filing top of nail while rolling back the side walls. And you're doing all 5 fingers for this part. Again, they will not read you the steps the day of the test, so make sure that you have the steps down and that you are performing them in the order that they are asking to avoid not missing, okay, and receiving all of the points necessary for this section. After you have filed, you will then immerse your mannequin's hand into your finger bowl, and that's when you will apply cuticle remover. Again, they give you 15 minutes for this part. You will then gently push back cuticles with a cuticle pusher or a cotton tip orange wood stick on 5 nails. All right, we are moving on to our next step, which is nips cuticle to 1 nail and places trimming on cotton or tissue. So we're going into our cotton jar and we're just getting a little bit of cotton. We're placing it on our towel, we're closing it. Very good. Always sanitize your hands, you guys, when you go into your jars. So after the nipping of the cuticle, we are then going to simply clean our mannequin's hand. We are then going to move on to our next step, which will be the massage part. So we're going to reach for our massage lotion. We are now going to clean under the free edge of 5 nails with either, again, a cuticle pusher, cotton tipped, orange wood stick. Please make sure that you are getting assistance from your instructor. Again, the purpose of the video is as a simple visual. These videos are far from perfect, you guys, but I'm sure they will help a lot of you guys out there, okay? So we sprayed it with some alcohol, and we are now going to clean under the free edge. As you are coming towards the end of that section and you are starting your cleanup process, you are now putting everything, if you decide to put everything back into your kit, remember that you have to disinfect your hands each time, or you can throw everything into your trash bag, sanitize your hands, and then you raise your hand that you are done. Candidates, please stop working. All scoring has been completed for this section. Thank you. Once you are done with the manicure service, please make sure that you leave your cuticle nipping on your cotton round out so that the rater can see it. Once they have checked it, then you can dispose of it into your trash. Thank you. The next section is tip application service on one nail. Please apply a tip to one finger. You have 12 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 6 minutes remaining. You may begin. All right, so we are going to sanitize our hands right before we go into our kit. And we are going to reach for our nail tip application bag. Remember, your kit must remain closed throughout the entire test. Okay, we're going to start off by taking everything outside of our bag and putting it right in front of us. Again, doing that will simply help us know exactly what is it that we are about to do. You guys, I believe in simplicity and only taking the items that we absolutely only need and not taking any extras. Doing that will only get you a little bit more confused. You're already nervous as it is, so only take the items that are necessary. So here we go. Okay, so we sanitized our hands. We are then going to gently push back the cuticles with our cuticle pusher. After this step, we are going to buff the natural nail gently to remove any shine. Again, you can select whichever nail you would like to apply the tip on. So here we are going to work with our ring finger. So right now we are gently removing shine off of the natural nail. And as you guys can see, our mannequin hand is pre-prepped, okay? So it's already prepped for this. All right, so after buffing the natural nail, we are going to apply dehydrator to our nail. we are now going to select our tip to fit the natural nail. Please make sure that you take at least 4 tips with you, although you will only be needing 1. You never know, so make sure you take at least 3 to 4 tips in your bag. Okay, we're now going to apply our glue. You're applying the glue to the wheel of the tip. What they're looking for is that you slide on the tip by using the position stop to align tip against the free edge. Okay, make sure that your tip is nice and adhered to the natural nail. Because our next step will be to trim the tip with our tip cutter. We're now blending the tip into the natural nail plate while rocking back the side walls. Be aware that the writer might stand a few minutes next to you and watch you while you're doing this. Just kind of ignore everything that's happening around you and just listen for any specific instructions. Focus on what you are doing. Remember, do not look around and just keep going. All right, we are now going to start our cleanup process. Now, your dehydrator stays on your station. Do not throw your dehydrator into your trash bag, okay? She already sanitized her hands and she raised her hand that she is done. Candidates, please stop working. All scoring has been completed for this section. Thank you. The next section is nail enhancement with form service. Please apply a nail enhancement with a form to one finger. You have 22 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 11 minutes remaining. You may begin. All right, here we go. So we are going to go into our kit and pull our nail enhancement bag. Very good. There's our bag there, our sculpture nail service. And we always start off by taking everything we need out of our bag. Again, remember, for this part, everything needs to be orderless or low order. So these are all the items that are in our bag, as you guys can see there. If you need help creating your own kit, I have a whole video as to what is in each bag, so make sure you watch that. Okay. We've already sanitized our hands, and so we're starting off by gently pushing the cuticles back. Again, everything is done on a mannequin hand. So that's what we're doing. We are pushing the cuticles back. We are then going to buff the natural nail. We are then going to apply our dehydrator. After that, we are going to reach for our nail form. We want to make sure that we position the nail form to fit snugly under the free edge. We are now going to apply our primer. Again, remember, it has to be a low order primer. And we're just using a dropper, you guys. This is something you don't have to do, but again, it's just to make it easier for the student. So we're using a dropper to dispense the monomer out into our double dappen dish. Make sure that you take a brush that you are comfortable with and that you are used to working with. That way it just makes everything easier and more comfortable for you. Okay, we are starting off with our first bead. All right, you guys, so here we go. Now we do know that odorless products are a little bit harder to work with. They do take a little longer to dry, so be aware of that. Okay, we're just giving it a second to dry before we start the shaping process. We want to make sure that the acrylic material is smooth and even. So our next steps will be to shape the free edge with a coarse or medium abrasive file. We're now taking off our form. So what we're doing is we're making sure we take the tacky layer off the top of our tip. Okay, so we're starting our cleanup process. Thank you. Candidates, please stop working. All scoring has been completed for this section. We are now going to move on to the last part of the test, which is the blood exposure incident service. Please perform procedure for a blood exposure incident. You have 12 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 6 minutes remaining. You may begin. All right, you guys, so once you make it to the blood exposure, I am sure you're like, yay, I'm so happy. You will know that you are almost done with your test. This is the last part of the exam. Cannot stress this enough. You want to know that disinfection, sanitation is very important during these exams. So we have our gloves, our gauze, our alcohol pads, a paper towel, and our Band-Aids. And we're taking everything out, sanitizing our hands. So first thing we want to do is put our gloves on, okay? Okay, so again, what we are wanting to make sure is that we have everything we need. So first things first, we are going to apply pressure to the simulated cut. Again, all wrapping, everything goes into your biohazardous bag. So again, right now we are applying pressure to our finger there. Very good. We are then going to clean the simulated cut with, again, this is just an alcohol pad. Okay, we are cleaning it. And we are then going to put a Band-Aid over it. Very good. We're putting everything in there. Our gloves, all of that goes into our biohazardous bag. Thank you. Candidates, please stop working. All scoring for this section has been completed. The last section is end of examination disinfection. You have 10 minutes to complete this section. You'll be informed when you have 5 minutes remaining. You may begin. All right, you guys, so this is the last part of the test. During this part is when you will start your disinfection process. And so you will start taking your mannequin hand down, putting everything away. You will clean your workstation, the table, the area that you basically use during the exam, your chair, everything will be disinfected accordingly with your EPA. That can now be put into your box or into your trash bag. Again, all the items that are in your trash bag, you'll just simply get that trash bag and just wrap it and put it inside of your box when you are done. Okay, so again, we are going to now disinfect our workstation, our chair, everything, okay? Make sure that you take care and clean everything that you used. So the last thing will be for you to sanitize your hand, just like you see here. You will untape your trash bag and you will just simply put that back into your kit. You will just walk out of the facility with your kit. Just throw everything back into your box. If it doesn't fit, you can just always just sit it on top. Once you are all done, you would just raise your hand that you are finished. Thank you. Candidates, please stop working. All scoring has been completed for this section. Well, that's it, you guys. Oh my goodness. I know you guys are so excited and so happy by this point, though we are done with this test. I hope you guys found this very helpful. The video is far from perfect, but again, it's just for you guys to have a simple visual, okay, to go by and help you out to feel more comfortable and even a little bit more confident as far as taking this test. I know that you will do great. So thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next time. And thank you to my amazing student for helping me out with this and doing this run through for you guys. Okay, you guys, so this concludes today's test. I hope you have found this video very helpful. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And like always, I will see you guys on the next video. Good luck on the exam.